Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we are back with more lyrics, song lyrics, breaking them down. Today's song, as you can see by the screen, Chop Suey by System of a Down. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig into this here. Dig into Chop Suey. Okay. The song is released August the 13th, 2001, off their album Toxicity. Um, and was the first album single from that album, which was their second album ever. It earned the band its first Grammy nomination in 2002 for Best Metal Performance. And is often considered the band's signature song, and its music video has reached 1 billion views on YouTube. So, yeah, I'm sure you'll be familiar if you hear it. Yeah. But yeah, System of a Down's guitarist Darren Malakian explained the song is about how we are regarded differently depending on how we pass. Everyone deserves to die. Like, if I were now to die from drug abuse, they might say I deserved it because I abused dangerous drugs. Hence the line, I cry when angels deserve to die. The lyrics for the midsection, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit, were randomly picked out by singer Serge Tonkian from the producer Rick Rubin's book collection after Tonkian was struggling for ideas. Although it was not revealed what book the lines were taken from, they are quoted from the sayings of Jesus on the cross in Luke 23:46 and Mark 15:34. The song itself was originally titled either Suicide or Self-Righteous Suicide, but the name was changed in response to real or anticipated pushback from Columbia Records. So, according to bassist Shavel Adagian, the song title is a wordplay. Sue is suicide, chopped in half. Most pressings of the album include an intro to the track where the singer Serge can be heard saying, "We're rolling suicide," while the drummer John Domayan is counting the band in. The actual video was set in a parking lot of Oak Tree Inn Motel in Los Angeles, where the band's from. The members performing on stage, surrounded by around 1,500 fans. Editing devices are used to create the effect of the band members walking through one another and teleporting on and off the stage. So yeah, it's just taking the clips and then they edit it together, like to make it seem like that. One scene briefly shows Tankian eating chop suey with some other fans. The only reference to the title dish in either the song or the video. The video makes use of the snorri cam technique, in which an actor will have a camera attached to them with a harness, making it appear as though the background is moving and the actor is stationary. In the middle of the video, the Armenian flag can be seen. Of course, the band themselves are Armenian. The video reached 1 billion views on YouTube in 2020. So yeah, it's pretty popular. The song is in its included in its list of the best. Loudwire included the song in its list of the best hard rock songs of the 21st century, ranking it at number 1. Loudwire and Kerrang both named it as System of a Down's best song. Rolling Stone in 2023 ranked Chop Suey at number 37 on their 100 greatest heavy metal songs of all time. And as of March 2024, Chop Suey has 1.2 billion streams on Spotify, making it System of a Down's most streamed song. Now, there is a controversy. The song was off, as we discussed, off Toxicity, which was at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts during the week of the September 11th, 2001 attacks. Controversy surrounding the popular single, especially the line, "I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide," at the time led to Clear Channel Radio, now iHeartRadio, placing the song on the list of post-9/11 inappropriate titles. Although it was never actually banned completely from the air, radio stations were advised against playing any of the songs on the list, which is a bunch of whiny BS. It's, we don't want to be offended. We don't want to offend others. You know, typical right-wing stupidity. But, yeah. Track listings, blah, blah, blah. Chop Suey was a moderate success on the charts around the world. Australia hit number 3 on the Triple J Hottest 100 of 2001, despite having almost no airplay on commercial radio. It debuted and peaked at number 14 in February of 2002. And it is System of a Down's highest charting single in Australia. In the US, the song peaked at number 76, making it the band's lowest peaking song on the Billboard Hot 100 due to the fact it was taken off the radio for its political lyrics. Again, right-wing, whiny, crybaby BS. On the Modern Rock Tracks chart, Chop Suey peaked at number 7, becoming the band's first top 10 single. On the UK singles chart, it debuted and peaked at number 17. So yeah, it has had pretty good success. Yeah, it did very well, except in the US, because the pussies couldn't help but whine and cry. I'm talking about right-wingers. They're the pussies I'm talking about. But yeah. There has been a cover of it recorded and released by Lil Uzi Vert. But yeah, that's all off the Wikipedia page about the song. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go back up to the top. Now, From Genius.com, they say Rick Rubin, who produced Toxicity, the album that this song is from, for System of a Down, cites the song as one of his most important projects. He told Rolling Stone, "This song was originally going to be called Self-Righteous Suicide, and the record company rebelled. I remember wanting to go to the mat to keep the title, and the band decided, let's call it Chop Suey," which I thought was kind of funny. Chop Suey is the Americanization of the Chinese quick dish Sop Suey, which means odds and ends, mixed bits in the Cantonese dialect. The song title is a play on self, right, chop, suey, side. That has a further sort of humor in that they mixed up a controversial word into a nonsensical word to create a more radio-friendly title. The song enjoyed success, climbing to the charts after its August 2001 release before virtually disappearing from the airwaves after 9/11. The song's chorus, with its congratulatory self-righteous suicide and lament, "I cry when angels deserve to die," was considered a bit too raw for listeners at the time. In the wake of the tragedy, Clear Channel Communications, now iHeartMedia, put out a memo to its subsidiary radio stations temporarily blackballing, but not outright banning it, along with 164 other lyrically questionable songs. Eventually, the record resurfaced on the charts, in part due to its earlier popularity, in part due to the lack of new singles released that September. However, it remains one of System of a Down's worst performing U.S. singles, particularly relative to the song's global performance. Although the lyrics are viewed as confrontational, the singer is actually challenging the listener to wake up and reconsider the way that they judge and deride people who are engaged in self-destructive behaviors. The song culminates in a biblical connection to Jesus before his death on the cross, with the singer ostensibly having chosen his self-righteous suicide so that the sinners would be forgiven. But yeah, now let's go over the lyrics here. It starts out, before the song even really begins, as they're slowly coming into the song, Serge kind of says, "We're rolling suicide," and we get into the music, and then it's immediate. You hear, "Wake up, wake up, grab a brush and put on a little bit of makeup. Hide your scars to fade away the shake-up. Hide the scars to fade away the shake-up. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a brush and put on a little bit of makeup. You wanted to. Hide the scars to fade away the shake-up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? You wanted to." And we go into the chorus. "I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die." And we go into the next verse. "Wake up, wake up. Grab a brush and put on a little bit of makeup. A little bit. Hide the scars to fade away the shake-up. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a brush and put on a little bit of makeup. You wanted to. Hide the scars to fade away the shakeup. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? You wanted to. And we're back into the chorus. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. In my self-righteous suicide, I cry when angels deserve to die. You know, they go into musical intermission there, and then we get the bridge with Serge and Darren singing, Father, 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 into your hands I commend my spirit. Father, into your hands, why have you forsaken me? In your eyes, forsaken me. In your thoughts, forsaken me. In your heart, forsaken me. Oh, and then they end out with the chorus one more time. Trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. In my self-righteous suicide, I cry when angels deserve to die. So yeah, that is the lyrics to the song. And of course, as they typically are, the right-wing whiners cried and bitched and moaned about it. Get the song blackballed. But yeah, it deals with the struggle of every day. No matter what's going on, and people will judge how they want to judge, even though they may not know the whole truth. It's, look, do you truly know them, or are you just being a judgmental asshole? And so people struggle, whether they have economic struggles, they have other struggles. It's talked about drug usage and stuff like that. And you may not understand what truly is going on, and instead decide to be a Republican asshole and be like, nah, they're horrible people. It don't matter what happened to them to bring them to this point. They're doing this, so they're evil. They deserve death. You know, as is a typical Republican reaction. So, yeah. And it's like, look, just show a little bit of humanity, a little bit of kindness. But yeah, people don't have enough compassion, enough kindness in their soul, and they just assume, yep, this is the way it is because I'm a Republican and I'm right. I'm sorry, I'm on a kick about Republicans because they right now are showing they are nothing but true assholes. That's beside the point of the song, but yeah, fuck that party and their sycophants. But, yeah, and people may struggle. It's like, look, they struggled with all they have in life, and you can even see it in the lines, grab a brush and put on a little bit of makeup, Hide your scars to fade away the shakeup. So even as much is going on inside, they try to put on some kind of brave face. But there's always going to be people who just judge and don't care. But yeah, even as they do this, they still struggle. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? And then it says it all again. Um, Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a brush, put on a little bit of makeup. You wanted to. Hide the scars and fade away the shake-up. You wanted to. It's like, even with everything they suffer, they're being accused of so much. And it's like, come on, guys. It's just, yeah. Trying to see if they have anything else. You know, that's all they got. Okay, but yeah. I just thought we'd go over the song. Um, it's a good song. It deserved more than it got. Honestly. Yeah. It's like, come on, just show a little human behavior instead of being that decrepit, horrible person. But we'll go ahead and end this episode there. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these links in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.